Today, on this auspicious occasion, we very, very heartily welcome Father Matthew and all your group from Dharmaram College, Dharmaram Institute, who have been engaged since 4 days in intense program of interfaith dialogue and solidarity. Lot of deliberations took place, lot of exchanges and friendship took place, and today you are visiting some of the places, religious places, meditation centers in Bangalore, and you have come here to Mahabodhi Society. We very, very heartily welcome you one and all. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So today is Sunday, which we normally have a program with chanting and meditation and small Dhamma discourse. Today, let me share few minutes, something which is useful to one and all. In our daily lives, we need to know what are the things that contribute to our happiness so that we can keep on increasing little bit every day, right? Because that is what we seek, and why shouldn't we get it? If we are wise, when we go in search of happiness, we search and get happiness. If we are unwise, foolish people, then we go in search of happiness, then we land in suffering. The search started with happiness, but we land in suffering. Because we don't know. That is ignorance, unwise approach. So, Lord Buddha gave a very simple and practical path in many teachings. 84,000 Dhamma methods, skillful methods Lord Buddha has taught how we can liberate ourselves from sufferings and enjoy happiness. One of the common, very often teachings that Lord Buddha gave was, for happiness we have to keep doing merits. Merit means goodness of the heart, which brings happiness and freedom. So this merit is inner deposit. Just like we deposit our money, so it is inner deposit of our goodness and happiness. So that is merit. Now let me tell 10 of them Lord Buddha emphasized again and again, which are so relevant and practical for our daily life. If you just see around yourself or in your own daily life, who are happy people, then you will see the first is those who are generous. They are more happier. That's why Lord Buddha starts dana as the first step for our happiness. Sharing, giving. In whatever way you can share. Because to share, you need loving kindness. You can't hate somebody and share, that will not work. So when you want to share, that loving kindness comes. So in sharing, you also feel gratitude. In sharing, you will also feel connected. In sharing, you feel satisfied. Why only me? Why not we? More and more. So you expand your heart to more and more people. And isn't it true that all of our problems are because of holding attachment? And dana is the very effective way to break that. I, mind, that holding, that craving, that will produce anger and hatred, greed, covetousness, or anger or hatred. That kind of reaction. That is because of holding. Generosity is exactly the opposite. It breaks that. So it releases us from that grip. So ultimately, liberation is that we give up our grip of suffering. We say we don't want suffering, but in reality we want suffering. We are holding it. Say fire is in your hand. You can just drop it, no? But if you hold it and you say, oh, I don't want fire, I don't want fire, but you don't want to leave it. So when we don't give up some of the things, giving leads to giving up. When we give a thing like this, we are giving up a bunch of greed, attachment behind that. So that's how mind becomes free and joyful. Second is our moral behavior, how we conduct ourselves. That is another foundation of merit making. Because how we live with ourselves and others matters so much. And there are certain principles which are directly related to our mind and development. If we are violent, how can we be peaceful? If we fight with somebody else, how can we be peaceful? Before you throw fire on others, you are burning your own hand. So before you produce hateful thought, hateful speech, you are burning your heart with anger and hatred, jealousy. No? Isn't it true? So this very important aspect with this is don't harm, don't kill, don't steal, don't commit sexual misconduct, telling lies, intoxication. These are the things which will protect oneself and others. So practical. If you want to be happy, then that is the way. There is no other shortcut. You want to put fire and also you want it to be off. That will not happen. Either you put fire and put petrol and increase that, or you put water and finish it. Or one of the two you have to do. So, this moral behavior is what regulates our society. If there is peace and harmony in the society, that will be because of this kind of proper moral conduct. Morality is not for the sake of something as rules. It is not rules. It is for the sake of development of our own mind and our own families, our own society. So this is fundamental. Then Lord Buddha says bhavana. Bhavana is mental development, culture of the mind, progress of the mind, cultivation of the mind. Just like you cultivate crops by doing agriculture, you cultivate mind through mind culture. That is bhavana. How you develop, you use your methods. Lord Buddha has given so many. You, in your daily life, you can, for example, you want to cultivate kindness, you do some actions which will contribute to your strengthening of kindness. But do something. If you are a jealous person, know it. Okay, I want to overcome jealousy. Jealousy means not feeling happy, feeling sad, feeling unhappy about somebody else's success, somebody else's happiness, gain. So you do the opposite. If somebody is happy, somebody is successful, oh, that is my happiness, my gain, my joy. Feel as if it is your own. Then you will overcome that jealousy. So you can tell, okay, today I will, whenever I hear some good news, whenever I hear some success news, I will wait and grab that opportunity to rejoice. I will become happy. Simple methods. You can create your own, but develop the mind. Otherwise, it is the mind which brings wars. In the UNESCO, in those days they thought very nicely and wrote it. UNESCO Constitution, in the preamble they say, it is in the minds of men that wars begin. So it is in the minds of men that the structures, defenses of peace should be constructed. So wonderful. So it is in our minds that wars begin. So why not loving kindness also? Forget about wars that are happening. Just look around in this war of Ukraine and Russia and somewhere in the Middle East, Syria and this and that. And is it, sometimes I feel, how can somebody call I'm human being and just go and kill another human being? Or for that matter, destroy life. It is an insult, isn't it? I'm human being. It is insult for me to even think about killing others, killing fellow human beings. They are brothers and sisters, Russia and Ukraine in the Middle East. So also like our India, Pakistan, this Jambudvipa, all their brothers and sisters. How can somebody generate this thought, I want to kill? It is a horror. Below the dignity of humanity. We should feel ashamed. No. Hirivattappa. No, it is shame and fear we should have to do something. So, in the time of the Buddha, such things happened. Sakyan kingdom and Kolya kingdom. There were two kingdoms. They are relatives. Lord Buddha's kingdom, Lord Buddha was from Sakyan, and his Yashodhara wife, Yashodhara Mataji, she was from Kolya, so closely all connected. For a trivial reason, they wanted to fight. What was the reason? There was a river called Rohini, and it was time to water the fields. And the second farmers, they had one reservoir, and they were regulating, but now water was almost very little. So they said, we will take that water. This Kolian side farmer said, where shall we go? Do you want us to beg in front of your doors? We want that water. Our crops are also just ready. Then that is how argument started. And that argument went up to their supervisors, to their village heads. Then that went up to the higher level of officials. Then it reached to ministers. By then it was, the main cause was forgotten. Ego, anger, hatred. I am great, you are less, you are such kind of gotra and caste, and I am this kind, I am warrior. All issues started behind that. Then it went up to the ministers and the kings. They got ready to fight. They came with their armies. Then Lord Buddha saw in meditation, oh, these foolish people are going to fight today. So he comes there and he asks, what is more valuable, this water or your blood? They say, oh, they were very respectful because they know both, everybody respected, they said. Then he said, don't do such foolish things. Live with peace. Sit down and discuss and solve. It is such a simple problem. And then he analyzed how problems arise. So Lord Buddha said at that time, live with peace even among hateful people. If somebody is hating, even among them, live peacefully with love. So he said one gatha, Susukhang vata jivama verinesu averino, verinesu manussesu viharama averino. Among hateful people, we will live with peace, happiness, with love. Among hateful people, we will live with love, Maitri. So that is practice. So this can be about wars and international, national. It can be your own society. It can be your own home, family. Within family, maybe there are fightings, disharmony. So you have to learn to live with your colleagues, your friends, your workplace or study place, anywhere. So this development of mind will bring happiness. So knowing mind moment to moment is mindfulness. So then we make our life beautiful. If we know, then we can solve. If we don't know, we cannot solve. So mindfulness is to know this moment, what is happening. As simple as that. Know about what? About our own body and mind. These two things constitute our life. So when you know body and mind, you know yourself. As simple as that. Another aspect Buddha said for merit making and happiness making, be respectful. Respectful is to respect everybody. Everybody has one or the other good quality. Even in the worst people, don't just condemn them. They also have some goodness, but it is covered. Because of some activation of negative mental quality, they have done something. So correct it. But have respect. Like Angulimala, who killed 999 people. Lord Buddha went there and he spoke to him nicely. He changed his mind and he became monk. He became enlightened, great enlightened Arhat. That potential is also there. So just don't judge by what somebody has done, not done, and condemn forever that fellow is bad. Or so also don't just take it for granted somebody is good. Now somebody is good, but something negative may crop up. Understand what is right, what is wrong, correctly understand that part of that person, that intention, unwholesome karma, action that has done, that you condemn. But there are other good things also. So be respectful. And those who are good, those who are helpful to you, of course, those who teach you, those who lead you, of course, be very respectful. Elders or youngers or anybody. Respect is heart of Buddha's teachings, which he says is another fundamental. Service, to do service to others, is another great source of merit making and happiness. Service is consideration of suffering of others, and you take initiative to work. It can be compassion, it can be gratitude. Don't we get so many things because of so many others? If we are using this microphone, how many people have worked to produce this? Hundreds and thousands, from beginning, raw material till finished on my table here. How many people have worked it, produced it, touched it, transported it? Just one simple thing. Then imagine how many things we use in our daily life. Thousands, millions of people are contributing to us. Isn't it our responsibility that we also contribute, even in a better way, service to suffering, sick, destitute. In many, many ways we can do this service. And then another very interesting thing Lord Buddha says is, whatever merits we make, we share that merit with others. I have done this good thing today. I share with my family, my friends, especially those who have passed away. Those who have passed away, they are born somewhere. In Buddhism, when somebody dies, they are born somewhere. That is not the end. So wherever they are, may this merit reach to them. May they be free from suffering. So that merit sharing is another merit making. So also rejoicing in merits. Somebody has done good. Somebody has given us metta. Somebody has given us merits. We humbly share. Oh, thank you. I rejoice in goodness of others. Punya anumodana. Punya giving, punya receiving. Happiness giving, happiness receiving. Wonderful. So that is another thing. Then Dhamma hearing and Dhamma teaching. Now most of you have been hearing and sharing your thoughts. In last 4 days there was a beautiful program in Dharmaram College on interreligious dialogue and solidarity. 4 days they have, 3 days they have deliberated, and today they are visiting these places. Now this is sharing, giving and receiving. What we know, goodness, give and learn. Be open. Sovacha sata. Be open to corrections, open to learn. Otherwise, if you shut down, you start ego, develop ego, and then start comparing. Another big problem, big Loss, if you want to lose your happiness, don't compare. Don't compare yourself with others. Comparing, if you are fully enlightened, if you know your own mind and others' mind, you can enter into others' mind, then you can understand and compare or whatever you do. But that capacity you don't have, then how are you going to compare? You start comparing, only your mana will develop. Mana is conceit, superiority, conceit, equality, conceit, inferiority, conceit, all are conceit. Because to say I am superior, you have to create that ego. To say I am equal, you have to create ego. To say I am inferior, there also you have to create this big ego. Right? So Lord Buddha says, no need. Be free from conceit. You are a phenomena of mind and matter, process. Others are also like that. There is goodness, badness. Know correctly what is what. When you develop ego and conceit, that imaginary image of yourself becomes important, and in reality what you are is forgotten. And then whole life you struggle to maintain that imaginary image, a fragile image which gets broken any moment. Small insults, small negative things, it hurts you. Because that ego is there. Oh, I am like this, I am like that. I am better, I am this, I am that. All caste system, this system, that discrimination, race system, all ego plays. Just game of this ego, mana, atimana, ahankara. That is all. And the last, I will finish with last point, which is the source of happiness. Lord Buddha says, right views. Having right views about ourselves, our life, right view about what is right and what is wrong, right view about knowing what brings suffering and what brings happiness ultimately. It doesn't mean who says what really brings suffering. To know that is right view. Any viewpoint that which goes in along with the reality, the laws of nature, that will be right view. Any view that you hold which goes against nature, that which brings suffering, more ignorance, more greed, more hatred, that view is wrong view. Simple. Because what is right, what is wrong, people will be in confusion. Anything that is greed, hatred, ignorance oriented, comes out of that, is wrong because it brings suffering. Anything that is based on generosity, kindness and wisdom, it brings happiness. So that you can understand. So with right view, what Buddha says, take care of yourself, your health. Do you take care of your health? How do you maintain your body? How you eat? Ahara, very important. Do you walk? Do walking meditation. Lord Buddha says, do walking meditation. A lot. Five benefits, very specially Buddha says. You will be fit all the time for any journey. Then you are fit to do any work. Then you are fit to digest food. If you are doing good walking, then you digest food. Then you are free from sicknesses. You see, these are very, very practical things, and most important of all, if you do walking and walking meditation, observe your steps. When you put your right step, feel it. This is right step. This is left step. Touch. Right touch. Right, left touch. Just a simple common process of walking can turn into a very profound meditational spiritual exercise. Because when you are with the touch, you are with reality. Mind becomes another. Mind becomes wise. So now these are very simple things, but simple things are the real things, and real things are profound things. They are the things which matter. So, take care of your body, take care of your mind. With these fundamentals of happiness, keep growing in life. Every day, check it. Buddha calls it Sila Anusati. Check what all things I have done from morning till evening. What I spoke, what I did physically, verbally, mentally. How many of them were good things, how many were unwholesome, bad things. So then you improve. Right? So this is Dasa Punya Kiryavathu, the 10 bases of making merits for happiness. So here I conclude with universal loving kindness. Sukhi bhaveyami dukho aham necham aham viya hitachame sukhi hontu majhata jataverino imam higamake tamhi sada hontu sukhi sada tato paranchara jesu chakavale sujantuno sadhu sadhu sadhu. Thank you. See you again next Sunday. Namo Buddhaya.